It's okay. You win. We take a couple losses. It's okay.
A brand or a business will tell us they're sorry. Racism is acquired. You're not born being a racist pig ass fuck. It's acquired. So you don't make a mistake and do no racist shit. Especially when you done seen other brands make the same fucking mistake doing the same shit. You a racist fuck and I don't want your apology. I'm never buying your shit again. Houston's, the restaurant in Atlanta that did that racist shit. I don't fuck with them no more. I don't go there at all. I love Waffle House. Don't get it fucked up. I don't fuck with them no more. It ain't no sorry. Like, what the fuck, man? I don't get us, man. Like, it ain't no time. If you sorry, build a fucking school.
Hey, man, I've been watching all this shit about these high-end designers like Gucci. Now, what was that, Prada? Prada doing that shit. My advice to y'all, stop getting mad at all white people. Get mad at the companies and the old motherfuckers, because those the racist ones. The little kids, it's by default for them, it's them old motherfuckers. Y'all just need to stop putting their clothes on. Stop making excuses. Stop accepting an apology. If you see a model in their clothes, nigga, you know what it is. It's that simple. Nigga, start investing into black high fashion. They all on Instagram. Y'all call it boutique clothes and degrade them. Black high fashion, if you're a black person. It's that simple. It's not being racist, not picking sides. That's how it goes. You wear all that high-end designer, European shit, no disrespect to it, and they're too small for us. It ain't made for our body. Black high fashion designers.
You think you is, nigga? You are not aboard the movement. Whoever the fuck you is. You are not aboard the movement, partner. Now you could choose, you know what I'm saying, to sit back, but when you had lines like this that's drawn in the sand, you're gonna have to pick a side. You're gonna have to pick a side. It ain't no gray area here. Either you gonna support the motherfuckers who calling us coons and monkeys, or you gonna stand over here with us and ride so they stop calling us coons and monkeys. Point blank, period. Ain't no other way. And it's real easy, nigga. It ain't like it's a shortage of brands for you to fuck with. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying, well, they the only ones that, nah, man, it's a bunch of fly shit, man. You drip everywhere, man. It's drip everywhere. Right now, man, they're more independent luxury designer brands that's harder than ever before. These motherfuckers just as hard as anybody else out there, bro. And I'm just sick of sitting back, man, just watching this shit happen.
What's going on, clan? We back today with another reaction video. You already know the vibes. Today we're gonna react to, I seen Waka Flocka, T.I., and a couple other artists, man, kind of upset about, man, these big high-end fashion companies, man, you know what I'm saying, with these agendas, these hidden agendas that's been, you know, being brought to light. And so, with that being said, man, it's kind of crazy to me because it's been like this for a long time now, man. I mean, if you look back, man, Tommy Hilfiger is like one of the companies that kind of had a big thing a while back, maybe like, what, 10, 12, 15 years ago, about him not liking black people. And, you know, people were saying that was a lie and this and that. Who knows, you know what I'm saying? But to say the less, I do know a lot of these companies, man, they don't have a lot of us behind them. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's like, you know, these companies been around for a long time. And when a lot of these companies, when they were started, it was a lot going on, man. And just so happenly, the hip hop community, as the years went by, started to embrace these companies and start spending money, a lot of money with these companies. And when I say that, I'm talking about on the lines of artists, you know what I'm saying? Because to give you a little bit of education, man, the fashion industry is kind of like dictated and shed to light by the music industry. They're like best friends. So whatever the artist is wearing, that's what the people want, because that's what the people see on a bigger scale. So, you know, when these companies was made, they wasn't thinking that they was gonna need the hip hop community to really pop. You know what I'm saying? It was luxury, high end shit that they was putting out, that that they felt like, you know, people was buying. But as the years start to pass, hip hop now is like the forefront of everything, man. We the biggest genre right now. Everybody's fucking with hip hop. So just to give you a little breakdown, even, you know, just to even give you validation of what I'm saying, Gucci, man, it's kind of crazy. Gucci was on a decline almost 2 years ago. If you think about it, go look at the numbers. And then it wasn't until they had to go reach out to the streets, they found this dude called Gucci Ghost that was like doing a lot of street art, and he was taking their G's and put like flowers and the bees and all the shit that y'all buying now on the purses. That came from a street artist, man, that was like saucing their shit up, you know what I'm saying? And so they reached out to him and they brought him on board, and then next thing you know, niggas start really fucking with Gucci because it became hip again. You know what I'm saying? So then you fast forward maybe a little bit after that, they went and grabbed Dapper Dan, a person who 20 years ago I was doing a lot of cut and sew, a lot of the shit, you know what I'm saying, that I'm tapped into, man. Dapper Dan is definitely a dude that opened a lot of the doors, but didn't get his just due, man. When he was doing it, the feds was trying to kick down his door to stop him from doing the custom stuff and all this, and then, you know, 20 years from now, you know, now Gucci, you know, brings him on board, gives him a check, and they, you know, he could be used, I guess, you know, because that's when they give you the bag, when you could be used. They don't give it to you just because you tight or you talented. They give it to you because, you know, you could be used at this point. So I felt that was cool, though, at the same time, because I know Dapper Dan, man, he's somebody that put his time and his work in, and it was well just due. But don't get it twisted, man. Just because they hired Dapper Dan, that don't mean, you know what I'm saying, the agenda is not being pushed. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, they needed us to get the bag. You know what I'm saying? They needed us to be relevant again. So it's fucked up, man. And a lot of these companies, like I said, man, they were started so long ago that when they were started, man, they wasn't expecting us as a culture to be needed so heavily. You know what I'm saying? They need us. You know what I'm saying? We dictate a lot of shit right now as far as like being fly, fashion, man. And something else I want to shed light on is Fashion Nova, man. When I tell you that in the last 3 or 4 years, man, the game is definitely like, it's just changed, man. It became watered down as far as like, you have a company, which is Fashion Nova, who, I've seen it, man. They watch the smaller companies and literally produce what the smaller companies are making and put it on a bigger scale by giving Cardi B a bag, giving whoever the next new hot artist is, man, they throw a bag for them to wear their stuff. So then at that point, it's like, it's weird, man. The fashion industry, man, I've still been so blessed, man. That's why I always thank God to be able to still make a living off this shit. But it's like, if I didn't have my clientele built of like certain people that just rock with me and support what I do, man, it's very, very, very tight right now, because, you know, these artists, man, they're not even buying clothes anymore, man. You got an artist that, you know, back in the day, man, most artists, you know, they get money, you know, they support the things that they like, what they want. Artists not even buying clothes anymore. They just, Fashion Nova gives them a bag, they wearing their shit. So it's like, the money is definitely like not being spreaded like it used to. I remember, like, you know, if you think about, you know, the 90s, you know what I'm saying, in the 80s, you had like Karl Kani, you had Fubu, you had these designers that was able like to be able to flourish off, you know, our culture, you know what I'm saying, because they was a part of the culture. And not only that, you know what I'm saying, the money was being spreaded. Like, you know, the designer was more valued. That's the best way I could put it. Like, you know what I'm saying, not every artist had their own brand. So, you know, if I'm an artist and I just got signed to a label or I just got popping, I was looking for the hot shit, which would be, at the time, would be Karl Kani, Fubu, what else was hot? It was so many brands that came and went, but what I'm trying to get at, it was like, man, the money was being spreaded. You know what I'm saying? It was the next new thing. Oh, this shit is out. This shit is hard. Or Anichi is out. This is hard. Or Iceberg is out. This is hard. Like I said, man, the game is definitely changing at a fast rate. This shit is no different as far as Fashion Nova. As far as, to me, it's like Amazon coming and, you know what I'm saying, being the reason why a lot of companies now have to close their stores because everybody's shopping online. It's the same thing with Fashion Nova. They come in, they giving niggas bags where it's like niggas don't even want to spend money anymore, which means those same looks that the average artist would get on and spend money with the next hot thing, he's not even doing that no more because he's getting free clothes, and he's getting a bag to wear them. And that's, in the long run, that's going to really fuck up the hip-hop community. People don't see it, but, you know, that money's not being circulated anymore. You know what I'm saying? And as time goes by, you know what I'm saying, shit just going to become more watered down and fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little insight on the game.
Something told me, yeah, I had to sacrifice. Niggas watching, yeah, I'm about to change some lives. I'm inspired, yeah, I changed the culture. Yeah, I'm watching now for the culture vultures. I'm black on like a Spike Lee, OG like I'm Ice-T.